Hello friend, welcome back. In your previous video here we successfully complete our exam type and also successfully complete that subject, all that code application, right? So now in this video I want to discuss about our another setup management option, that is our assign subject. And into the assigned subject, that will be just like our fee amount. Okay, into the fee amount I have already discussed about that things with you. So right now that will be little bit just like that. So if you will understand about that fee amount option, then it not would be very much hard for you. Okay, so don't worry, step by step I will show you how can assign some of the subject into this class. So for doing this, first of all we have to create one of the menu. So right now I'm logged in. And here in our management setup, into the management setup, so that is our fee category amount, right? So into the fee category amount here I loaded all that our fee category, and then also if you click as edit, so here I selected our all that fee category and I selected all that our class. Now here I want to select all that our class, and also I want to select all that our subject. Okay, so how can assign this subject? In this video I will show you. So for doing this, first of all you have to create one of the menu. So into the sidebar, first of all I want to go there. So that is our sidebar, right? So into the backend, so that is our admin. Into the admin, that is our body, and that is our sidebar. So right now we don't need this. I better close everything. I close everything from here, and that is our sidebar. Here I want to add one of the new one, and I paste it. So that will be assign subject. I name it as a simple as a assign subject. Okay, and our route will be just like that. It will be as a assign and then subject, assign subject dot view. So I want to create this type of one of the URL. So now if you go to our web route, into the web route, so friend, that will be just like our if you go there, you can see there is fee category amount route. So that will be just like that same. So better I want to copy it. I copy total things from here. Okay, I copy total things, and one by one we'll build it for our this assigned subject. I copy it. And then after that is school subject, there is one of the code application, and after that I paste it. Okay, so that will be as a not category. I will name it as a assign subject routes. So this type of one of the I put one of the note for you. So first of all our URL, that means for our view URL, so that will be as assign subject view. I copy it, and now you go to our web. Into the web I name it as a assign. Okay, that will be as a assign subject view. So I simply paste it. Perfect. And now also our URL will be as a assign and then subject and then our view. And then I want to create one of the controller. It's better right now, that is our project directory. I open it to the CMD, and I want to create one of the controller. That is a PHP artisan, and then make controller. And also in our backend folder, into the backend folder, that is our setup folder, and to the setup folder I want to create one of the controller as a assign subject controller. Okay, so this type of one of the controller I want to create as a PHP artisan make controller. Back to the backend folder, that is a setup folder. Here I want to create one of the controller name as a assign subject controller. So now if you click as a enter, our controller created successfully. And also we will need one of the model, and also we will need one of the migrations table, because we have to also create one of the another table for this. So better I want to create it as a PHP artisan and then make model. And I want to create one of the model as a assign and then subject, assign subject. So this type of one of the model I want to create, and also I want to migrate it. I want to create one of the migrations table as a /m. So now if you click as a enter, now you can see our model is successfully created, and also it's now created our migration file. So now let's do that work. First of all I want to update our controller. So if you go to our setup, into the setup folder I have created one of the controller, and I just name it as a assign subject, right? And that will be our controller. And also I have to first of all load it in our web. So into the web, that will be actually the setup folder. After that setup, I want to support it, I want to use it. That will be as a assigned subject controller. So that will be as a assigned subject controller, right? So now we can actually use this assigned subject controller. So here I name it as a assigned subject controller. I want to create one of the view page that will be as a assigned subject. Assigned subject. Okay, so this step of one of the method we have to create, right? There is a view assigned subject. So this method we have to create in our assigned subject controller. So now I copy it. So now go to our assigned subject controller. Here I simply click as a public, and then function, and then our method will be as a view subject, right? So that means a view assigned subject. And also here I have created another model. So right now, friend, I will copy everything from our, as I told you, it will be just like our free amount controller. So that will be just like that same. So here I want to actually copy everything from here. So there's some of the model will be needed, because here we have to actually create the multiple relation. I copy it and then I simply paste it. So I have already created one of the controller for this page, that will be as assigned subject controller. I copy it, so I use that as a assigned subject controller. Then we will need that student class, and also we need another one as a subject, that means the school subject. Okay, so this is the model also will be needed, because from to this data here table I want to get some of the data. So for the reasons here it will be as a school subject, as a student class, and that is our assigned subject. Perfect. Okay, so I have also created one of the migrations table. So first of all I have to complete it. So that is our database migration, and here after this I want to create, that is our assigned subject. So into the assigned subject table I want to add some of the field. Here you can actually add multiple field as per your demand. So first of all I want to create one of the relation. That means that will be one of the foreign key of our class table. So I name it as a class underscore ID. Okay, that will be our class ID. And also I want added there is a class, and the subject also be needed. So I added another foreign key on here, that will be as a subject underscore ID. Okay, so literally we'll actually apply all that condition. That will be as a subject ID. I take it as a class ID, and I also take name as a full underscore mark. Okay, I name it as a full mark. I name it another one as a pass mark, pass mark. As I told you, friend, everything actually interconnected. For the reasons here we have to actually do that work. And I also take another one that will be as a subjective mark. Okay, subjective underscore mark. So this type of one of the field I want to take, and that will be as an integer. Okay, I name it, this type will be as an integer type. That subject ID will be also as an integer type, and the full mark you can use it as integer. Rather than better I use it as a double. Okay, double, and then that will be also as a double, that will be also as a double. So that's all. So right now for this our assigned subject table, I assign some of the field as a class ID, subject ID, full mark, pass mark, and the subjective mark. Okay, perfect. Now click as a save all. I click as a save all, and after that I want to migration it. So that will be as a PHP artisan and migrate. I think you already know that procedure. So you can see our migration file is now successfully running. So if you now go there, go to our database, now click as a refresh. So now there is another one is added. There is another table as a assigned subject, and here I name it as a class ID, subject ID, full mark, pass mark, and our subjective mark, right? So first of all I want to get all the data. So right now we don't need this. So as I told you, it will be just like our free amount controller, and here that will be just like that same, but I copy it, and after that here I simply paste it. Okay, so first of all I want to get all the data, then I will actually group it. That means you can see there is a group by. So right now it should be needed later. Right now I make it as a comment out. First of all I want to get all the data. Okay, I will get all the data with our this table, that means the assigned subject, that is our model. So with this model I get all the data, take that things with this variable as a all data, and that is our data, right? So now we have to create one of the view page. So I want to create one of the view page into the backend, into the setup, and here I want to create one of the view page. So better I want to create one of the folder. It will be as a assigned underscore subject. Okay, that will be as a assigned subject. I want to create one of the view file as a view underscore assign underscore subject. So first of all, I want to create this folder in our setup folder in our backend. Now go to our resource, and that is our public, there is a body, and there is our backend, and with the backend there is our setup folder, right? So into the setup folder I want to create one of the new folder, and I just name it as a assigned subject, and here I want to create one of the file as a view assigned subject. So I create another new file, click as a save as, and I name it as a view assigned .blade.php. okay, so that will be our file. And as I told you, friend, that will be just like our fee amount. So into the free amount, they have also one of the view page. You can see there is a view page. For now, I copy everything from here. There is a view amount and the view free amount. So that is I copy it. And now in our assigned subject, into the view assign, here I simply paste it. Okay. So now I want to customize it as per our demand. Like that will be as a assigned, not fee. It will be as a assigned subject list. Okay, that will be as assigned subject list, and I name it as add assigned subject. That will be our add form, and then that is our fee category. So now I want to change it. That will be actually class name. Okay, so that will be as a class name. And then our for each, into the for each, I think you already know what exactly you have to do. So from here I pass that same data as a all data, right? So now with this all data, I name it as a assign this type of one of the variable, and then with this assign I want to display first of all, later I will also create some of the relation. So right now, first of all, I want to display our database field name. I want to display this field name, okay, and that means this class ID. So I name that as a class underscore ID. Okay, so that will be our database field name. And also with this assign, I want to do, and better edit or delete, I will do that things later. So right now I better close two of this, okay, rather than it will be get some of the error actually. So right now I remove two of these. That will be as one of the edit button, that will be another as a detail button. Now if you click as a save all, and then if you go there, click as a refresh, and now go to our assigned subject. Yeah, our assigned subject page is now successfully loaded. So right now I don't have any data. So first of all, I have to actually get all the data, right? So for getting this data, that is our assigned subject add page. So from here I want to add assigned subject. So better I want to continue this process. I don't want to make this video so much long, so that will be very much helpful to you. I want to continue this process, and in our next video we'll complete our add assigned page. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.